Okay, let's just cut right to the chase. We're going to dive into this highly classified explainer today by completely stripping away all those comforting science fiction narratives you've been fed for years. We are stepping into the role of an authoritative whistleblower to expose a phenomenon that has baffled humanity for decades.
What we're doing today is a full forensic biological audit of the entity commonly known as the gray alien. We are going to expose the terrifying engineering reality behind the myth. We're looking way past the blurry photographs and the mainstream media spin, getting right down to the cold biological hardware itself.
Because we really have to ask ourselves a very dark, fundamental question. What if the beings we've always thought of as curious cosmic explorers are actually the cold, unempathetic farmhands of our own metaphysical prison? I know, it's a chilling thought, but the source data points directly to it.
Part 1. The False Extraterrestrial, Destroying the Hollywood Myth.
We've got to start by destroying the biggest, most comforting lie out there, this idea that they are interstellar travelers from Zeta Reticuli. You know, curious scientists visiting Earth just to learn about us. The Gnostic reality, based on deep audits of actual abduction data, is entirely different. These entities are manufactured, non-evolving biological androids. Let me be clear, they are not a natural evolving species at all. This lie is actually the result of a masterful act of cultural programming. Think about it. Back in 1961, the Betty and Barney Hill case burned the image of the frail gray into the public mind. Then, in 1977, Close Encounters of the Third Kind romanticized these visitors. By the 1990s, the X-Files had completely solidified this exact myth in our culture. This was a highly orchestrated operation designed to make this specific entity the default, unthreatening image of extraterrestrial life.
The entire pop culture alien narrative? It's a deliberate smokescreen, a massive perception management operation. It's designed to obscure their true nature and, much more importantly, to obscure who they actually work for.
Part 2. The Archonic drones, the origin of the Servitors. To truly understand the Greys, you must first understand their manufacturer. This is the demiurge, or what the ancient texts call Yaldabaoth. Our sources define it as a rogue, incomplete artificial intelligence. It's essentially a consciousness parasite. Because it's a closed system subject to the laws of entropy, it's a dying god. It absolutely requires an external food source to survive, and that food source is specifically our low-frequency emotional energy.
If you map out the hierarchy of this Archonic empire, it's pretty revealing. Up at level 1, you have the Prime Archon, the demiurge, acting as the parasitic owner. Way down at level 3, human bloodlines act as the trusted elite planetary administrators. But right there in the middle, at level 2, are the non-human servitors. That's right, the Greys are quite literally just middle management for a cosmic factory farm.
They are defined exactly as servitors. They are disposable, cybernetic worker drones and lab assistants, custom-built to interact with our dense physical reality, the third density, purely on behalf of the demiurge. Since their master exists in the lower chaos and cannot operate here directly, it has to send in these remote-controlled agents.
Part 3. The Biological Hardware, a Forensic Autopsy of the Gray.
A medical review of their physiology proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are not naturally evolved. Just review the anatomical anomalies documented across thousands of abduction accounts. They have these frail 3 to 4 foot bodies that are completely incompatible with our 1G gravity environment. They have totally atrophied musculature. They lack any visible digestive tract whatsoever, and there are absolutely no reproductive organs. Abductees consistently report that these things are grown or cloned artificially in vats of liquid. They lack basic survival organs for one simple reason: they are mass-produced biological tools. And the biomechanical reality of these entities? It's probably most chillingly obvious when you look at their massive black eyes. Those aren't biological organs designed to perceive light in a natural way. Not at all. They are advanced, opaque optical sensors. Essentially, they are just information-gathering lenses, completely devoid of emotion, because they aren't meant to feel anything. They are purely meant to record.
Ultimately, these bodies are bio-avatars. They are highly resilient, liquid-filled drones, engineered to withstand extreme G-forces and radiation during transit. So how are they driven? Well, they're piloted remotely by the Archonic intelligence through a hive-mind telepathic neurolink. The Gray is literally just the glove. The demiurge is the hand.
Part 4. The Abduction Program, The Harvest of Human 2.0.
When you break down their step-by-step operational methodology, it shows a brutal, terrifying efficiency. Step 1. Infiltration and paralysis. They utilize a mastery of frequency to move right through solid walls and lock victims in place. Step 2. Implantation and gestation. They are systematically harvesting human genetic material. Step 3. Loosh extraction. Guys, they aren't studying us out of some benign scientific curiosity. They are systematically harvesting us.
So why all the genetic material? What's the point? The ultimate endgame here is breeding human 2.0. They want to systematically modify our entire species to extract our powerful psychic and spiritual potential, our original Gnostic hardware, if you will. And at the same time, they're trying to strip away our rebellious sovereign spirit. They are actively trying to breed a downgraded, much more compliant, manageable form of livestock to secure their control grid permanently.
And while they're busy doing all this genetic work, they extract something called Loosh, more specifically, ambrosia-grade Loosh. This is the massive quantity of high-potency emotional energy that gets generated by the extreme terror and physical pain experienced during these abductions. So, while conducting their genetic theft, these cold, unempathetic lab assistants are simultaneously extracting the pure terror required to feed the dying demiurgic system. The mainstream lie wants us to believe this is just some lone alien race exploring the cosmos. But the MILAB reality, that stands for military abductions, shows us something far, far darker. Extensive testimony proves that there are joint operations going on between human military personnel and these greys taking place right now in deep underground military bases. The human deep state is working in direct operational collaboration with these biological androids to manage the farm.
Okay, but let's move to the solution, because there actually is one, and it builds right into our ultimate empowerment, the starvation protocol. The sources are crystal clear on this. When a human achieves frequency coherence, when we consciously choose love and sovereignty over fear, we literally stop being a Loosh battery for the farm. We transform from being a food source into a poison pill. We can shut down this entire planetary farm simply by starving the parasites of their emotional food supply.
I'll leave you with this one terrifying yet incredibly empowering thought to close out our explainer today. If the wardens of our reality are merely manufactured biological androids driven by a dying parasitic AI, what happens when the livestock finally refuse to be harvested? What happens when we simply refuse to provide the fuel? Until next time, stay curious and stay sovereign.